Jela, and I'll be taking you through to the teaching strategies. The first teaching strategy we used is direct instruction. Using direct instruction, we will explain key concepts such as carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, and minerals, and their functions using clear visuals and examples. By doing so, we will use a chart or a food pyramid rather to visually demonstrate how each food group contributes to a balanced diet and how nutrients are essential for growth and energy. The second teaching strategy we used is group work. In group work, learners work into small groups to explore and present information on specific nutrients, their sources and their functions. We will divide the class into groups and assign each group a different nutrient, for example, carbohydrates and proteins. Each group researches their assigned nutrient and presents. The last but not least, hands-on activities. In hands-on activities, learners actively engage in tasks that require them to apply knowledge of nutrients. Learners will conduct a food sorting activity where they categorize different foods based on the nutrients they contain, like sorting foods into groups like protein-rich and carbohydrate-rich. I will be sharing with you guys the teaching approaches. The first teaching approach is constructivist approach. Using this approach, we will build on learners' existing knowledge about food and nutrition. We will encourage them to share their ideas and experiences, then link those ideas to new concepts being taught. We will begin the lesson by asking learners about their favorite meals and which nutrients they think are in those foods. The second teaching approach is differentiated instruction. In this approach, we tailor the content and activities to suit the diverse learning needs of learners. We will provide visual aids like food pyramids for visual learners, simplified text or worksheets for struggling learners, and interactive activities like creating their own balanced diet. These strategies and approaches provide a balanced way to engage learners in active, collaborative, and reflective learning while covering the content of nutrients in food effectively.
Good day everyone, my name is Lerato Nkapo. Today I'll be introducing the food pyramid. I'll start by showing the students a food pyramid poster, and then I'll go over each food on the food pyramid. And then I'll ask the students to identify if they've ever eaten any of the foods on the food pyramid. Then I'll provide the students with pictures of different foods from each food group. Then I'll ask the students to sort out the pictures into the food groups, the correct food groups. And then I'll continue to discuss the importance and benefits of eating healthy, such as having more energy, feeling better, and always being healthy.
As a teacher, I'll make sure that learners, for teaching and learning, I'll make sure that they follow the concept from introduction, right? I will ensure that they write all the notes which will be provided by the teacher, ensuring that the teacher goes by the rows, marking the work of learners, making sure that we follow the group work as discussed in the teaching approaches. Therefore, the teaching approaches will be implemented in doing the work of a teaching phase. Now, meaning that every learner will be individually attended by the teacher. Being in the classroom, discipline has to be there, enforced by the teacher with the classroom management skills. For the closure phase, conclusion, making sure that as learners have learned everything, the teacher has to ask questions. Learners have to present everything to the teacher as a group form. Ensure that the teacher listens to learners write down their concern, their questions, making sure that every work of the learners are marked. For the conclusion part, this will take only 10 to 15 minutes, concluding everything from the lesson towards the activity that's going to be explained by others. Thank you. For the closure phase, conclusion, making sure that as learners have learned everything, the teacher has to ask questions. Learners have to present everything to the teacher as a group form. Ensure that the teacher listens to learners, write down their concern, their questions, making sure that every work of the learners are marked. For the conclusion part, this will take only 10 to 15 minutes, concluding everything from the lesson towards the activity that's going to be explained by others.
For our assessment, learners will be given different types of food, and they have to classify whether the food falls under which different nutrient groups. For example, if they are given bread, they have to classify whether it falls under carbohydrates, proteins, or fat and oil. At the end of the lesson, learners will be able to, in lower order, name the 4 different nutrients groups. In the middle order, they will be able to give examples of the 4 different nutrients groups, and in the higher order, they will be able to arrange the food according to the different groups.